Do you sometimes wonder if the universe is testing you, where all of a sudden you're just feeling so challenged out of nowhere? Things that used to work don't really work anymore. And maybe you're even dealing with things that you thought you already have dealt with. And maybe you're even wondering, like, why is this happening? Now, if you have ever wondered if the universe is testing you, then in this video, I want to share with you 7 signs that the universe is testing you and also why that actually is happening. Because there's truly a reason behind why you're being tested by the universe. The most important reason why the universe is testing you is to see, have you learned your lesson? Because any challenge in your life, anytime something doesn't really work out the way it's supposed to, or even when you have gone through some really challenging times, you are always learning certain lessons. Everything holds a message, a lesson, and a gift. The good, the bad, and the ugly, the devastating things. Everything happens for a reason. And it's to help you grow. It's to help you find your path in life. And sometimes you're being tested just to kind of check in to see, have you learned your lesson? With everything that you have gone through up until this point, have you actually learned a lesson from that thing that you have gone through, that situation that you have gone through? That is one way the reason why you're being tested, just to check in with you. Have you learned your lesson? And if not, then you're being given another opportunity to then learn the lessons. I always talk about that awareness gives the power of choice. When you become aware of the things that are happening all around you, even the challenging moments, then you have the awareness that, okay, something is misaligned, something is not working out. Then you can tune in to find out the message, the lesson, and the gift. And then when you take the lesson and remove all the other stuff, well, then you have learned the lesson. But then, later down the road, you're still going to be tested just to kind of check in with you, like, okay, have you truly learned the lesson? But then another reason why you're being tested by the universe may also be to check in with you to see, is this truly what you want? If we're talking law of attraction, right? Like if you have a desire, think of it like that. What if every desire that you have would come about in an instant? Like every little desire that you have. You probably wouldn't be happy, because have you ever changed your mind about something, like in the moment, you're like, oh, this would be so cool to have. And you're like, oh, you know what? I really don't want that. I really don't need it. Oh my God, I'm glad I don't want this no more. So you're being tested to also then kind of see, is this truly what you want? The universe gives you a chance to change your mind, or then to really recommit to, well, yes, this is truly what I want. Another reason is that it gives you an opportunity to check in with yourself to see, well, is this what I want, or is there maybe something more evolved? Is there maybe something different that I want? Right? So it gives you the opportunity to maybe up-level your desires, to evolve or expand on your desires, or to even course correct your desires. Because maybe you are really going towards, attracting the things that you want, but maybe there is a level higher of what you truly want. And if you were to just manifest the things that you think you want right now, but you actually want something higher, well, it also gives you an opportunity to adjust to that. And of course, another reason why you're being tested is to see, are you truly committed? Are you truly committed to doing whatever you need to bring your desires in? Is this just a wish, or is this truly a deep soul desire that no matter what, you're going for it? You're going to go through all the ups and downs of achieving that? Or is it just something that, with the first challenge, you're like, oh, I really don't want that anymore? It also helps you course correct all these challenges. Whenever you're being tested by the universe, it also helps you to course correct to maybe find an easier path, a better path, a more evolved path, a higher path, or even to find your path again if you have gone completely off the wagon, right? Off the path. And of course, it also helps you grow and transform. With every challenge, every time you're being tested by the universe, you're being given the opportunity to grow and transform from it. I mean, just think back the last challenge you overcome, the adversity that you have overcome. If you're thinking back who you were before that challenge to who you are right now, you probably can see that, yep, you have changed, you have grown, you have transformed because of it. That's what, when you think of the things that are happening in your life as that everything happens for a reason, to your highest and greatest good, and of course, divine timing, it makes things easier, because then you're knowing that, okay, this is happening for a reason. Well, what is the reason? What can I learn from this? What can I take from this? What is the message here? That's how you then truly can transform. So now that you know why you're being tested, let me share with you those 7 signs, give you some insights to see, are you being tested by the universe? So you can really make the most out of that as well, because whenever you're being tested, like I said, it's an opportunity for you to grow. It's an opportunity for you to course correct, to elevate your desires and those type of things. So the first sign is that all of a sudden you may experience a period of immense challenges, setbacks, obstacles are coming your way. I mean, so much is going completely the other way that you had actually expected. You may even feel absolutely stuck in your life where you don't really know, well, where am I going now? What is going on right now? You may even feel that there's no light at the end of the tunnel, that you're having all these setbacks and you're not sure why. This too is a sign from the universe helping you learn the lessons, helping you course correct, because whenever challenge comes up, usually then there's also a lot of stuff coming up from within, right? These doubts, the fears, the limiting beliefs and past memories and all of those different things. So if it is something that maybe you are really meant to learn, a lesson you're meant to learn, or to check in with you to see if you have learned a lesson from previously, if things like that happen to give you the opportunity to kind of take a step back, like, okay, why is this going on? What are these challenges really stirring within me? And then you can uncover that. Like I said, with awareness comes the power of choice. When you become aware that something is triggering you, something is happening, you're going to really apply yourself. You can then apply what you have learned in order to make it through that. So having a period of just challenges is a good sign that you're being tested. Now, this could be in many different variations. It could be something that just a little test here and there, something happened, kind of check in with you. Okay, have you really learned a lesson? Or it may even be something more evolved, something bigger that lasts longer. And these are usually those truly life transformative lessons that you're being taught. You may even call that a dark night of the soul or things like that. But whenever you're experiencing those times of challenges and setbacks and obstacles, you're feeling stuck, you don't really know what way to go. This is an invitation for you to then to take a step back and to look at everything like, okay, what is going on? And then go from there. Like I said, course correct, assess, and change your course. Then the second sign is that all of a sudden there's just a change in plans where things start to move into a completely different direction. And here, this is really a call to surrender and to go with the flow, because sometimes you're going about things in a specific way, but that way may be outdated. Maybe strategies that you have been doing, that you have been focusing on, or things that you have been doing are simply outdated. And then there's all of a sudden a change in plan, whether deep down you feel like, well, this is not resonating with me no more, and you're already feeling drawn to something else, and you want to pay attention. Are you resisting that? But it's also a good sign that you're being tested to see, are you flexible? Are you allowing the universe to work with you instead of, you working against the universe? Because there's so many ways for you to get to where you want to go, right? Where you want to be. And by having a change in plans, that also could be a good sign that you're being tested to see, well, are you willing to go that path? Are you willing, like I mentioned earlier, you're also the reason why you're being tested is to see, are you really committed to doing what you need to do or what you want to do or what is to your highest and greatest good? And things like that are most often outside of your comfort zone. And if there's a change in plans, things not working or things moving to a different direction, it's because that direction may be actually to your highest good. And then here it's checking in with you like, okay, are you going to follow that path, or are you going to try to stay on that path that you have been and going your way, and your way is the highway, right? So this is also a good sign that you're being tested, that things just all of a sudden just change. There's a change in plans. Then the third sign is that all of a sudden you may be receiving judgments from other people, whether it's like you going about your life and you're having all these ideas, these big visions, and maybe you're sharing it with loved ones, with friends, with people you work with, or you just people that you're surrounded with, your friends, and all of a sudden they're judging you for it, or they're looking at you funny. They're like trying to talk you out of like, oh, get real. This won't work. And why you, and those type of things. And this is also a way of the universe testing your own resolve. testing you, is this truly what you want, or are you allowing yourself to be swayed by these other people, by their judgment, that you say, oh, well, they're right, maybe I shouldn't do that, maybe I should just let that go. Because if you do allow yourself to be swayed by other people and or take on their judgment, then your desire wasn't important enough. But if you are then saying, nope, I don't care what they say, I'm still going to go about it. And then here you can also choose, like, maybe not share too much about what it is that you want to do. But the judgment from other people, also a great sign, just to check in, to test you about your own resolve, if this is truly what you want. The fourth sign is that the past is up for review. Things that you thought you've already dealt with is coming up once again. Maybe not in the same intensity as before, but all of a sudden you start thinking about your past. You know, those memories are coming back, whether they're coming rushing in or you just have those glimpses. But the past is up for review. Maybe you're even attracting certain circumstances and people in your life that mimic or are about the same as what you have already dealt with before, to see, have you learned your lessons? Have you grown from what you've experienced before? Then the fifth sign is that there's somewhat of a timely delay where you may feel unmotivated to take action, where you feel like uninspired, or you're not getting the ideas, or you just feel kind of stuck. Here, this is a call to go within, to also then check in with yourself. Is what you are moving towards truly what you want? And it also could mean that maybe at the time that you were trying to do something, that you were trying to move forward, it wasn't the right time, because there's divine timing at play. With everything, there's divine timing at play. Everything happens for a reason, and everything happens in divine timing. So if you, let's say, are working on a project, you want to push it out, you want to go for it, you want to do it right now, but maybe right now is not the right time, then you may then also experience somewhat of a time delay where you're just not motivated to actually act on. You want to, but there's no inspiration, no motivation. You're maybe tired and exhausted, and you're just feeling absolutely beside yourself, because there's that the universe is kind of putting you on pause, telling you, not yet, wait, hold on. And here's also an invitation to kind of go within, to see maybe there's something still holding you back from actually moving forward with this. Maybe there's something that you need to learn first before you can move forward with that. Or maybe it's just not the right time yet, because if you were to wait, let's say another month or 2 months, that then it would really work out in ways that you can't even imagine it. So that time delay, when you're experiencing that time delay, that you're feeling like you're somewhat on a pause, like someone just pushed the pause button and you're just sitting waiting, that's kind of like also a sign from the universe. And here it's not just to then sit there and just wait. Okay, I'm waiting for that go button, but to go within truly to see, well, is this truly what you want? Is it the way you think about it? Is that exactly what you want? Or is maybe there an evolved version? Is there maybe something about it that is maybe misaligned? Is there something within you that is maybe misaligned, that requires some healing, some uncovering, things like that? And then also on another level is also uncover any lower level frequencies, your doubts, the fears, all of those things. And then you can, of course, then align yourself to the higher frequency, because maybe you have been more attached to the lower level frequencies, more of the doubts and the fears. Maybe you're questioning, can you even do it? Are you good enough? And those type of things. And when you're experiencing a time delay, that also then can give you insights into what maybe there are some fears that are really holding you back. And then it gives you the opportunity to align yourself to the higher level frequencies, really trusting yourself, believing in yourself, knowing that it's going to be possible, and then really raising your frequency, aligning yourself to your desires. The sixth sign is that you may then also be forced to let go of certain things, situations, and maybe even people. Because as you are growing, as you are on this path of awakening, your journey, your soul's journey, well, you're growing, right? You're transforming. And then also there are times when you're outgrowing certain things. You're outgrowing situations, people, things, and even beliefs and all of that. Habits, you're outgrowing certain things. And there will be then a time when you maybe realizing that this doesn't feel right anymore. Or maybe you're around people and you just don't feel that connection you once felt. Or maybe if you're in your job and you're realizing that I don't like my job anymore, right? Or even let's say you have a business, you may be realizing the way you have been going about your business doesn't feel right anymore. So then you're being asked to let go of certain things. Now here I'm not saying like quit your job or anything like that, or like stop your business, but then it's like an invitation to see, well, what do you want instead? To then let go of whether it's a perception, beliefs, like I said, certain things, maybe you just need to then also just declutter your home, or maybe you're feeling really called to move somewhere else, whatever it is. But there will then also be a time when you're really forced to let go of certain things. It's those things that are simply outdated. They're no longer serving you. And whenever you let go of certain things, well, it only opens you up for something new, something more elevated, something on a higher frequency to enter in your life, something that's more in alignment with who you have become, who you have grown into. So don't be afraid that maybe there's time that you're going to have to let go of certain things, because just know it's to your highest and greatest good. And if it's like, if it's your loved one and you can't really walk away from them, right? You can at least adjust your viewpoint. Maybe change your perception around things to elevate that, right? So it's then maybe on a more internal level, like what you have been holding on to, maybe those preconceived, conditions, or what you thought how things should be. You may then also be kind of invited to let those go, to make room for something better, because then it will also benefit your relationships as well. And then the seventh and final sign is that you may feel emotionally and spiritually absolutely confused, where nothing seems to make sense anymore. You're feeling like upside down, and you're questioning your path, you're questioning yourself, you're questioning your purpose. Everything comes up for question. You may even wonder, like, who am I? Maybe you're going through some sort of an identity crisis. And there may even be a time when you just want to give up. And they basically say, oh, screw my desires. I don't want it no more. I'm done with this, time out, things like that. Now, when things like that happen, that too, especially in those moments when you're feeling like you just want to give up, it is in those moments when you are really being invited to recommit to your desires, to say, no, I know it's challenging. I know it's frustrating right now, but no matter what, I can make it through this. I got this. I still want my desire. Or then even maybe up-leveling your desires, maybe course correcting, shifting your viewpoint, things like that. But whenever you're feeling that emotionally and spiritually just absolutely confused, that is also a sign that the universe is testing you to check in with you to see, is this still what you want? Is there something that is maybe outdated that you're holding on to? Is there something else that is asking to be expressed through you, that is asking to be called forth? Is there maybe a higher timeline that you are meant to align yourself with, but you're holding on to all the old stuff? So, like I said, when the universe is testing you, it's not to make you then want to give up and throw in the towel or anything like that, or just piss you off or anything like that. It's none of that. It's really to assist you in course correcting if necessary, elevate your viewpoint, elevate your desires to really match what your soul truly desires, and of course also uncovering what is truly holding you back, to see, have you learned your lessons? And if not, well, then you're being given an opportunity to learn the lessons, because all these lessons that you are meant to learn, well, they will then help you on your path moving forward. And maybe there's still certain things you need to learn in order to get to where you want to be. Let's say you have this big dream of maybe becoming highly successful and being a way shower to others and making a huge impact in the world. But right now you're feeling like this is like such a huge stretch. Well, there are going to be certain lessons you have to learn to, for one, really trust in yourself that you can do this, to value yourself, that yes, you can be a way shower to others, that people do feel drawn to you, things like that. And also then, of course, then there's the whole money situation, like feeling worthy of being compensated for the things that you do. So you have this big desire But there's so many different steps that need to happen, and which with each step, there may be lessons you still need to learn in order to grow into that version that has exactly what you desire right now. So I hope these signs really made sense to you, and let me know in the comments below. Do you feel tested right now in your life? And if you have been tested in the past, how did that actually change you? How did that really transform you? I would love to know. Leave me a comment below. I would love to know. Also, while you're at it, maybe hit the like button if you enjoyed this video so far. Maybe even share it with someone that you think could benefit from it. But here I want to invite you, maybe just look around in your life, kind of assess your life to see, is the universe really testing me? Now you have some insights into some of the signs of the universe testing you. And whenever you notice that, oh, you know what? I have this is going on right now. Then I want to invite you just to tune in. Take that step back from your life, from the situation, and remove the emotion around whatever's happening. And just look at it with an open mind and see what can I learn from this? What's the message here? What is this stirring within me? What do I maybe need to look a little closer at? What can I uncover about me as it relates to a situation? And of course, what is the lesson here that I could be learning from this? When you allow yourself to get that clarity, then you can truly transform from that, because those signs, I shared with you those signs to give you awareness. When you have the awareness, then you can tune in to see what is going on. And then from there, you then have a choice. You can really tap into what's at the core of it, and then use what you are meant to learn, and then let go of everything else. Okay. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. I'm so excited that you were here. Now be sure to check out this next video here about how to get clear on what you truly, truly want, your soul's desires, and call it in. Align yourself to your desires to call it in. I think you're going to love it. So I look forward to seeing you again in the next video. Until then, make it an amazingly abundant and successful day. Namaste.